Good morning. As Storm Darragh hits, many of us will have a wet and very windy day, and in some places those winds are dangerous. We have a Met Office red warning in place along with amber warnings for the strength of the winds. Many other warnings also in place too. Let's look at the winds first of all. Here's the storm system actually tracking across northern England and southern Scotland this morning, but it's on its backside, if you like, where we're seeing the strongest winds. Already very blustery across Northern Ireland and feeding down through the Irish Sea, these darker purples suggesting gusts of wind along the Wales coast of 80 miles an hour. We could also see very strong gusts along the south coast of Wales and up through the Bristol Channel. The English Channel also having some gusty conditions, and as the storm heads into the North Sea, on its northern flank we'll start to see some strong winds coming down the eastern side of Scotland and eastern England too. So a very windy day indeed. The strongest winds in the west, that's where we have the red warning in place for this morning. A broader amber warning area covering Northern Ireland, southwest Scotland, western parts of England and Wales, and that red zone along the west coast of Wales, the south coast of Wales and up through the Bristol Channel on the north coast of Devon and Somerset. We also have yellow warnings covering a good chunk of the UK. Every chance that this storm will impact your plans through the day today, wherever you are. So do keep up to date with the forecast, keep up to date with the weather warnings. Yellow warnings also in place for those winds as they strengthen down the eastern side a little later today. Also, the heavy rain could cause some issues. We have yellow rain warnings and an amber one across parts of South Wales where it's going to be very soggy indeed. Of course, recent flooding here, so extra rainfall likely to exacerbate the problems. And it is a very wet day across much of Wales, central and eastern England, seeing bands of rain moving through. A little drier in Northern Ireland, southwestern parts of Scotland may see a largely dry afternoon. The winds remain very strong throughout, but those damaging gusts of wind should at least ease somewhat during this afternoon, but staying very blustery, and the winds coming down from the north bringing a colder feel as well. Temperatures really struggling, single digits at best. Add on that wind and it will feel colder than that. Cold enough for some snow across Scotland. That is an extra hazard. Still some snow coming in here over some of the higher routes, the A9 in particular. Strong winds and snow means for blizzards through the day, easing a little bit as we go through the night. The rain easing in quite a few areas as well, but it stays pretty wet across eastern and central England. It stays blustery also. Further west, turning a little bit drier and with some clearer skies, temperatures dipping well down into single figures with some shelter across parts of Scotland. Many towns and cities will hold up at 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. Another cold and blustery day on Sunday, but at least for many it should be a drier day tomorrow, certainly for Wales and southwest England. Much of Scotland, Northern Ireland also dry, even some sunshine. A few showers over northeast Scotland, plenty more showery outbreaks of rain though for the Midlands and eastern England, and still that wind coming down from the north or the northeast bringing another chilly day. Again, the wind's not as strong tomorrow, but still brisk enough. You will notice it. Temperatures, it'll read 7 to 9 Celsius on the thermometer, but again, feeling colder with the strength of the wind. But the wind's particularly strong and dangerous in the coming hours this morning. Do check out the Met Office weather warnings for yourself. They're constantly being monitored, constantly being updated. You can check them for yourself through the Met Office app and the Met Office website. If you haven't already hit subscribe to our YouTube channel, then please do so now.